Hello beautiful people, it is your girl Javisha and I am back with another video. I went on Instagram and Facebook and I asked my followers a couple of questions. One, if you could ask me any question, what would it be? Two, what assumptions did you have of me, whether true or false? And then three, if you could ask my grandmother any question, what would that be? So I got a lot of feedback on all three of those questions, so I've made them into videos. If you haven't watched my Q&A with my grandmother or my assumptions video, please go ahead and click the link in the description bar. I have included those links below. If you don't know, I am participating in Vlogtober. It is my way of getting to know you guys and you guys getting to know me. I am recording and uploading a video every day in October. So if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so that you can be up to date on the content that I've posted and what's to come. Okay, today I'm covering the questions that people submitted as a part of my Q&A. I did not look to see what these questions were. I just made sure that I did get some type of feedback from my friends and family. And so I'll be going through these with y'all off the cuff, okay? First question is, how are you saving space for yourself? How are you creating work or life balance? First of all, I don't save space for myself. I don't have a work-life balance. It is something I have been working on time and time again. I am very work-oriented. I'm very goal-oriented. I'm always focused on the next goal and also trying to move up within my career. So it's been very hard. It's been an uphill battle for me to try to save time for myself as well as, you know, meet those goals that I want. I have very hefty goals that I'm trying to reach and it takes a lot of time and focus. So to answer your question, I haven't figured it out yet. If you have any tips, put that in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you because I haven't got it yet, and that's me being completely honest. There has been a few times this year as well as years in the past where I have hit rock bottom because I was working from an empty cup and that cup just got lower and lower until I looked up and I had nothing else to give. So definitely trying to have a better work-life balance. I have missed out on some memories with people without getting into it, without getting emotional. I have definitely missed out on some important moments and important things that I wish I didn't. And it was because I was so focused on work, so focused on the next goal. And I'm not as close as I used to be to some of my friends and family because of that as well. So if you guys haven't watched my Q4 goal video, I talk more about that being one of the goals that I'm trying to accomplish in this next quarter, is just spending more time with my friends and family and just rebuilding those relationships that might have suffered because of my focus on my career. So this question is, what are the last pair of boots that you bought? So this person knows me very well. I consider her a sister. And one little known fact that, I mean, when I say not many people know this about me, she's probably the only one, but I love boots. When I say I love boots and I buy boots all the time, and I live in South Florida. That's how much I love boots. So I never really get a chance to wear these boots, maybe once or twice a year based on the weather. But I still find reasons to buy them, and I still have a closet full of boots. The last boots I bought, I don't even know. So the last pair of boots that I bought were some black Jeffrey Campbell boots with gold accessories. Chef's kiss, okay? Next question that I have is, what is your definition of a success? If money wasn't an issue, what would you love to do? I feel like the answer to these questions has changed recently. Before recent times, I would have, you know, spit out some arbitrary goal that I had that I was really working towards that would represents success to me, but success now represents happiness. If I can make sure that I, am really working towards being happy a majority of my life. I know that you can't be happy 24/7, but I'm really trying to define what happiness looks like to me and working on that each and every day. So success to me would be defining that happiness and constantly working towards it, no matter what people think or, regardless of whatever fears I might have. That's to me a success. I would consider that a successful life if I'm happy. The second part of that question is, if money wasn't an issue, what would you love to do? Travel. I would love to travel. My goal is to create a life where I can spend a majority of my life or a majority of my time traveling. I do feel like travel is important. I think it's key to, go to different parts of the world and really, experience other cultures and other ways of life. I feel like it gives you a better understanding of life as a whole. And so I make traveling a very important aspect of my life. I have a separate account that I use, to save for traveling because it is very important. It is an aspect of my life that I hope will be there for the remainder of my life. And it's something that I will instill in my children if I do have them in the future. What's your next big goal to accomplish? My next big goal would be to get monetized on YouTube. I have been working very hard to be as consistent as possible on this YouTube channel. So a goal of mine would be to get monetized and to build my community on this platform. It is very important to me. It is a goal that I had when I was younger. But unfortunately, I allowed my fear of, the unknown and, being worried about what other people thought, to stifle this dream. It was something that I always put off and always had an excuse as to why I wouldn't push forward with it. But I really, 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 really wanted to overcome that fear. So this year I just put all my eggs in one basket and really just focused on making this happen. And so far so good. It has been an amazing journey. Each and every time I hit upload, it is me getting out of my own way, me, putting my middle finger up to that fear. And so it would be amazing if I can get monetized and build a community on this platform. My next question is, I have asked some really personal questions that I have yet to really think about. I guess this is a good activity. What are your true goals in professional life? I would say that my true goal is to own my own business. I have been trying to decide between opening my own marketing and digital advertising company and my own BPO. So one of my goals would be to own my own business. I just haven't figured out which direction I want to go in. But definitely down the line, I do want to own my own business. And also in terms of my professional life, I do want to have a job that feeds me. Oh, I also want to have a career that feeds me, but also allows me to still enjoy my life. Like, I don't want to be a slave to whatever career path or position that I choose to live. I want to still be able to, travel and build connections with people outside of work. That is my ultimate goal. What motivates me to meet these goals? I think my motivation was instilled in me in a young age. My mother never allowed us to settle and always wanted us to strive for the next big thing. She had big goals for us as children, and she lit that fire in me, if I'm being honest. She just really wanted us to be the best versions of ourselves and pushed us to really do that and accomplish goals that we might not have ever thought we could accomplish. She definitely breathed life into me in that manner. And so my goal is always to be the best version of myself. I'm always focused on the next big accomplishment, which I mean sometimes is to a fault because I don't really take time to acknowledge my wins because I'm always focused on the next thing. But it has allowed me to accomplish a lot of things at a young age, so I really can't complain. But yeah, my mom is my motivation. I want her, even in death, to be proud of me, of the person that I've become. What is your 5-year plan with YouTube? I definitely want to grow my YouTube channel. I think I touched on that a little bit earlier. I want to be able to build this up to be a viable platform for myself. Within 5 years, I definitely see myself monetized. I see myself still being consistent and bringing you guys content that you enjoy, just more than likely on a larger scale with a larger production behind it. Right now, I'm still in the learning phases. I'm still trying to learn to edit and record, and there's things that I notice each and every time that I create a new video that I want to work on. But my goal has been to get 1% better every time I upload a video. So whether it be in the editing process or the recording process or the uploading process, I am wanting to get better each and every time I post a new video. So in 5 years, I want to see major growth in my editing and production skills. Like I have big goals in my mind in terms of quality content that I want to be able to bring to the table. So the goal is to get my skills to the level that I'd like to be able to present to you content. Do you see yourself leaving your career for YouTube? Never say never. I do want YouTube to be another source of income for me. It would be amazing if it becomes a platform that, you know, trumps my current career path. But if you know me, you know that it's hard for me to let go of a job. I don't do that. And I'm thankful and blessed enough that I love the current job that I have. I really do. I love going to work each and every day. So it would be hard to turn away from that. I would love to do both as long as possible. So until I'm forced to make that decision, no, I don't see myself leaving my current career. I've been able to consistently make content as I work. So the goal is to be able to do both as long as possible. What made you start YouTube? I touched on this a little bit earlier. YouTube has always been a goal for me. I love tapping into that creative space and creating content. I love recording and editing and production. I love it. I really do. It allows me to tap into a side of me that I really don't get a chance to tap in to. But what stopped me is me just caring way too much what people thought, that fear of the unknown. And so I just put it on the back burner. And this year I decided enough was enough. I was going to get out of my own way and stop caring so much what other people thought. And this has been a constant practice to improve that aspect of my life. This is a long question. Do you see yourself moving closer to states where you will have more exposure on YouTube? For example, Aaliyah J moved to LA from New York because most of her work for YouTube was there and it was easier to connect. I don't know. I live in South Florida. I feel like a lot of content can be created here. I feel like there's a lot of connections that could be made here. And Atlanta is only a hop and a skip away, the Black Mecca of the US. So I don't think I would ever have to do that. Never say never, but in my mind, I don't think I would have to do that. I am okay with living here in South Florida and then traveling to do what I need to do. My family's here. My family's here. So it would take a lot for me to move. And if I did move, I would still split my time between here and wherever else I needed to go. So the answer to your question is no. What is one thing that people don't know about you? That I'm a nerd. I really am. I just really love animals. I love to have fun. Things that you wouldn't think that I enjoy, I do, like going to the zoo, theme parks. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I want to jump out of a plane soon. I'm about to get in a bubble and roll down a hill soon. Like, I love things that get my adrenaline pumping, and I don't know, I just really love spending quality time with people. Even though my current work schedule doesn't really allow for me to do a lot of it, I really do love spending time with family. I'm a movie buff. I love movies. In a past life, I definitely was a movie critic. I don't necessarily just look at a movie to just watch it for, you know, for entertainment. I also am like picking it apart. I'm looking at the casting. I'm looking at the script. I love watching movies to see how they edit the scenes. There's a movie, oh, what is the name of it? If I can think of it, I'll put it in the description bar. But there was a movie that I recently watched where they had like a 3-minute scene that there was no cuts. Like it was a continual scene, and I watched that scene over and over again. It's like Children of Many or something like that. I watched that scene over and over again. One of my dreams is to be able to go on a movie set and watch a movie be created. I would love that. I love movies. I love all the layers of a movie. There's another movie that I've been seeing on YouTube where it's like shot, like there's no ceiling in the home, so it's shot from the top and you're looking down as a person is like going through the house, but you can see all aspects of the house in one shot. I cannot wait to see how that's going to be executed. Like I love movies. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. But I don't just love like domestic films. I love international films as well. I do think that they have a different quality to them than what we have here in the US, especially horror films. Asian horror films are my favorite. They are so good. Latin horror has also, you know, come up in the game for me. There's been a few that I really enjoyed, but yeah, those are some things about me that people wouldn't know. If you were deserted on an island, what is one thing that you would take? If I couldn't take a cell phone to call to get off the deserted island, it would be unlimited books or unlimited movies. Either or, one or the other. I really love reading. I love books. So if I can have an unlimited amount of them, then that would be the one thing I took. I love going inside my head and just being able to experience someone else's creativity. I think that's dope. So yeah, that would be another thing. That would be one thing that I took with me. So that is the end of the questions. I want to say thank you to all those that submitted questions. This was definitely fun for me. If you enjoyed this content, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. I respond to each and every person. And as always, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. What are you waiting for? Join the community. Have a lot more content coming your way. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.